Beginner's Guide to Painting Lenses. Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days, coming to you from the Beats Lab in Hollywood, California. We're doing it again. The Wa-Tang clan rides again. Today, it's finally happening. We're working on that Death Dread that we already started on Twitch. I know I sound like a broken record, guys, but you're fucking up if you're not watching some of these live videos on Twitch. Today, we're doing something a lot of people have been asking for. We're painting some simple lens technique that any beginner can use. Now, the history behind this Death Dread is that mini wargaming Quirk, my man Dave Quirk, I played him at LVO. Some of it was live streamed on Frontline Gaming's Facebook page, in which Dave Quirk took an epic beatdown at the hands of Chaos. In the true nice guy fashion that is his nationality, he bought me a beer, and then we actually got to talking. We decided that he was playing orcs at Adepticon, and I love orcs, so I said, hey, let me paint you this Death Dread, and maybe you'll forgive me for that beatdown. He apologized for some insane reason 3-4 more times, and then he finally agreed. So, we are painting a Death Dread for Mini Wargaming Quirk. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to take a quick second to shout out some new patrons. Zeller, Enos, Mark, Ivan, Bruce, Christopher, Jalay, Neil, Matthew, Larry, Jeff, Joshua, Mark. Thanks, guys. You came in clutch this week. I can't do it without you. All right, guys, let's do it. We got this Orc Death Dread right here. Wa-Tang clan rides again. We're going to paint this lens starting with Meridia's Blue P3. One of my favorite colors of all time. We're going to pull out any solid detail brush and we're going to do a couple of quick coats over this lens on this orc's eye. Now the trick here is that he's got some silly little crosshairs, which actually are pretty badass. Pretend they don't exist. That's kind of like the key to doing something like this when you got all these details built around it. This will work on headlamps, anything. You just pretend the headlamps don't exist. We're going to just make sure it's nice and tight, and then we're going to pull out some black. Any black will do, and we're going to just quarter it out, like top left quarter. We're going to just kind of draw a diagonal slash of black in. We're going to nurture it. We're going to just make sure it's nice and even. The strokes are clean, okay? We're not too concerned with blending it. We're just drawing a hard edge here. This effect will work just fine without any blending technique whatsoever. Now, obviously, a more skilled individual can drop a little bit more Meridia's Blue off. We're just kind of glazing it in, giving ourselves a little fuzz here so that that black line is not super harsh, but it's not necessary. Okay, Arcane Blue. We're going to now hit the bottom right quarter, and we're going to just kind of blend a little Arcane Blue in. We're pretending those crosshairs don't exist. They're a little difficult to work around anyway, so you just kind of just paint over them like they're not there. We'll cut them in later. Same deal, kind of mirror the black, bottom right to the top left, and then we will feather it in as needed using a little glaze technique, which is just kind of thinning the paint down, but you don't have to. You can literally get away with this effect without doing any blending whatsoever. Now, right now, we're just kind of dabbing in a little of that glaze. Just feathering it in, making sure it's nice and smooth. Sometimes that's the technique you have to utilize with the constraints of the brush. We can't actually get good strokes going. All right, now we're going to grab some white. That's how easy this is. And we're going to drop a couple of little dots off on the black. Plakow! Same thing, bottom right where the Arcane Blue is. Some nice hard edge white. That's going to give you that gleaming jeweled effect, like the lights penetrating that lens and then kind of bouncing out of it. That's kind of the effect we're mimicking here. It's sort of what it would look like if it was shiny and semi-translucent. Make sure our white lines are clutch before you go into this final step here. We're pulling out the same metal we used to base coat everything, and we're going to just kind of cut those crosshairs back in very carefully. And it's immediately going to snap it into focus, and you're going to see how easy that lens effect really is. Now, this is a little more difficult. The bigger the round surface, the harder. So we're going to grab a little green and a little blue. These are Secret Miniature washes, and we're going to use this to subtly pin wash around these crosshairs. There's a lot more to do here on a piece that has all this extra detail. Small, regular lenses, little bulbs, the viewports and the copulate on the rhinos, these are much easier. Big circles are difficult. So just sit tight. I'm going to show you how fast and mindless this technique really is in a second after we get these crosshairs looking good. What we're trying to do is mimic shadowing. A little bit of shadow on the lens being cast down from those crosshairs, kind of giving us a little contrast, kind of bordering it with a pin wash. I like the Secret One miniature washes for that. So it looks pretty good. You can see from a distance the effect is solid. It absolutely has the effect. Now here we go, rapid fire. He's got another little lens. Meridius blue. Arcane blue, bottom right, that quick. Okay, rapid fire. Black, top left. Drop a little slash in there. Super fast. Then we're going to pull out the white again. Drop a dot, that fast. You can literally bang down a billion little gems on an Eldar model, on a Blade Angel, on a Rhino that quick. They only cause a bit of a slowdown when they're big. That fast. So we just banged out 2 gems, super fast, looking good, lens effect all day, every day. So now I'm just going to use a little bit of that wash to kind of show you what I mean, okay? Green, blue. Same 2 washes. We can feather in a little bit of a washed out glaze on the border between the black slash and that Meridius blue. Let it dry. Do as many coats as you want. It will feather out that black and create a nice transition. You don't have to. It's literally entirely up to you. They look fine like this. Stay busy in the Beats Lab. Learn the techniques to make everything go easier. Play on, players.